We are so excited for today's announcement and the future of Bowers Whitley Career Center. Our students work hard on their industry certification in a variety of different programs, some of which you were able to tour this morning. I am so proud that our students leave this school and go right into fulfilling their careers. Some students have jobs waiting for them after graduation, or they're already working in the building and construction industry. I would now like to introduce the school board chair, Ms. Nadia Combs.
I want to thank everyone for joining us today for this exciting announcement, and thank you to Principal Gaines for inviting us. Hillsborough County Public Schools is dedicated to preparing students for success after graduation, whether that means entering a university, military, or directly into the workforce. Following critical labor shortages we've experienced in our own community, this district has a renewed focus on developing targeted programs for our learners that will prepare them for fulfilling careers directly after graduation. District leaders have worked diligently with community partners to identify areas of high need that will help our community while providing bright futures for our students with opportunities to grow. The economic forecast for the Tampa Bay region indicates that medical, construction, distribution, and logistics will be the most sought after careers in the next 5 to 10 years. The forecasted growth in these industries not only offer our students job placement opportunities, but we can also help the community by filling a huge need in these areas. I want to invite Superintendent Addison Davis to make this announcement that we will now have a great massive impact, not only for our school district, but our community for many years to come. Superintendent Davis?
Good morning, and thank everyone for being here. We appreciate Principal Gaines. At the same token, we see so many of our partners that have stand with us and continue to create the best experiences for our students every single day. Thank you, Chair Combs. At the same token, we have Ms. Gray here today. She continues to be an advocate for making certain we create pathways that lead to success, along with so many of our cabinet members and our leaders and our partners here today. As superintendent of the 7th largest school district in the nation, it is my responsibility to provide our learners with an innovative educational solution that will prepare our students for life. To do this, we cannot simply just add programs, and historically have been said, but we also implement these programs just in curriculum in isolation. But we must be able to create sustained, robust pathways that lead our children to be able to be successful in workforce development. It openly is our role and responsibility to build Tampa's tomorrow, and this is my commitment today. Our district will launch a new initiative with laser-like focus on workforce development, one that is really to address the high-demand careers in the Tampa region. As educational advocates, our roles and responsibilities are to make certain we pursue accelerated, innovative learning pathways and opportunities for our students where they can thrive to be able to compete in the 21st century workforce development. In order to do that, we must create cutting-edge initiatives, cutting-edge programs. And we need our community partners, our local businesses, our civic leaders to stand with us in order to prepare our students to be successful inside and outside of our classrooms. As a leader, my role and responsibility is to create full option graduates, ones that can transition to post-secondary education, one that transition to the military, and another opportunity to make certain we have our students a robust opportunity to transition to the workforce. Overall, Hillsborough County Public Schools must develop programs of studies that meets the growing and ever-changing needs of the Tampa region. And today we see and identify that as a medical pathway and a construction pathway in the Tampa region. I am pleased to announce that Hillsborough County Public Schools will create 2 new high schools in a technical college, all dedicated to a specific area of workforce development. This is unlike anything that has occurred in this region, a totally innovative approach to help our students. The 2 high schools will be completely devoted to preparing students for the medical field and also the construction field as well. We have seen the high demands within our area. We know with healthcare continue to be in the forefront, we must meet the growing needs in that particular platform. At the same token, we see and we understand that Tampa continues to be an area that continues to grow and identified as one of the greatest places to live, to learn, and to raise a family. As we see that growth happening, especially in the South County and all over the Hillsborough region, we must stand ready to prepare our workforce to meet the high demands related to construction and do that with our businesses here. Therefore, phase one of this initiative will be creating a cutting-edge Hillsborough Construction Academy at Bowers Whitley to serve our students from 9th grade to 12th grade within our region. This will open on fall of 2023. Over the next decade, we see that the Bureau of Labor Statistics expects tremendous growth in building and construction. And this is a pathway that we must be able to stand and provide for our students. In our local perspective, we see and we offer programs, we will offer programs at industry certifications that allow our students to be actively engaged in building and design, building instruction, HVAC, refrigeration, heating technology, also electrical vehicles, augmented realities and visualization related to architecture, also water infrastructure and treatment, framing, drywall, surveying, graphic design, and also imaging. These are some of the few that we've identified that will lead our students to be successful. This will be able to allow us to transform Bowers Whitley to our construction academy. At phase two, we look at a state-of-the-art Hillsborough County medical magnet, which will be located at D.W. Waters. Will serve students from 9th grade to 12th grade as well. This will launch also in fall of 2023. The Hillsborough Medical Academy is currently partnering with major hospitals and medical care centers to be able to identify equipment, resources, curriculum, to be able to, in jobs that they need in order to be successful. Tampa General, Bay Care, Advent Health, Moffitt Cancer Center, and the Ultimate Medical Academy discuss our programs that will be most beneficial for our future of our students. Our students will be able to transition to programs of study and need, from nursing to nursing technicians to nursing assistants, EKG technicians, home assistant aides. They'll look at medical emergency responders, respiratory therapists. We need individuals that can look at diagnostic medical sonographics. Also look at laparoscopic technicians to be exposed to that type of equipment, and look at social managers in the medical field, and at the same time cardiovascular technicians and radiologists, and more importantly going back to the registered nurse that we need so much as we see a shortage. This will allow us to be able to host all of these initiatives and pathways and industry certifications for our students at D.W. Waters. Also, phase three is to make certain that we offer an opportunity for post-graduation, one that we can rebuild and create a medical technical college, which will be located at our Brewster school site. And this will be Hillsborough Medical Academy at D.W. Waters and medical technician. They will work together to transition and band 9th grade all the way to individuals in post-secondary educations and for our adults to be able to allow them to reach success. Our district is looking to find proactive solutions. And I know that some of these elements may have been promised before, but I stand you as superintendent of schools that I promise you, promises made, promises kept. We will take this to the finish line. We're not going to get to the 50-yard line and the 30-yard line in the red zone and not score. We will band together with all of our local providers that are here today. I see so many, Career Source. I see so many of our engineers are here today to stand with us, our unions to stand with us, our business to stand with us, all to have a collective approach, our delegation, our local officials to come to be able to create the most recognized workforce in Hillsborough County. As you can imagine, some of our students, they don't know what pathway that they may transition to. Therefore, under the leadership of Kim Bays, who's our Chief of Innovation, Chris Yargo, we also have Allison, we also have Warren Brooks, who have been instrumental in this approach. They will work together to create 40 for the future. These will be minute vignettes that will all be about videos to expose our students in our middle schools and high schools about careers that will transition and allow them to be successful. These will be videos that they can interact with all the occupations that are the cutting edge occupations that we will offer, so they can learn more and make a sound decision. Hillsborough County Public Schools is answering the call, and we stand ready to do so as a leader. And this board continues to stand with us to be innovative in our approach, and we will leverage every highly trained workforce that aligns with the needs of our Tampa Bay region. These new academies will not work in isolation, but prepare our children for success. And today, I have the opportunity to interact with some of our students that were behind us interacting today within these awesome instructors that we have. Today, I'd like to introduce two of our students. The first student I'd like to ask to come up is Jamal Simmons. He is a senior at Bowers Whitley. He's in the construction program to talk about his interaction, his future, and how this has been an instrumental part. And we're going to also ask Hunter Short to come up. He's a freshman. He doesn't look like a freshman, but he is. He'll come up and really talk about his interaction with the construction program as well. Please come up at this time. Microphone's yours.
Yes, sir.
I hold it if you want to hold it, or set it up there.
Set it up.
Probably doesn't fit my head.
So pretty much our experience at Bowers Whitley is they teach us multiple things, really. Of course, construction. We're starting welding soon. Mainly, we go over different types of woods, how they are used, what they're used for, the different types of materials we use, different types of woods, tools, stuff like that. Pretty much the construction program, you go over pretty much all jacks of trades, honestly. But so far, my path to my future is welding. My dad got me into welding when I was little, and so far I've been doing really good with that. And there you go.
Something I'm interested in inside the construction program will be tiling, and we get into that later when we design the house, when we get approved for it. After high school, after I graduate, because I'm a senior, I'm looking into trades down in Miami to do either plumbing or HVAC, and I just like how it's done because it's very, very beneficial for the way we live in Florida.
You know what? These young men, they're being very modest up here. My understanding through conversation is that they already got job offers making $80 an hour. Being able to go into workforce. We're going to technical school to be able to increase those offerings. So, and these two young men, their home school is Wharton High School. So the first 2 periods of the day, they come here every single day to enhance their craft, their knowledge, their skill set, to be informed, to help them with their workforce development, and then transition back to Wharton High School for the remainder of their academics to hit their credentials. And that's a commitment, because not everyone would make that transition, to be bold enough, to be sound enough to do that. Your maturity signifies everything with this. Thank you for being here today, and we appreciate your continued efforts. Thank you. I'm going to leave these up here, I'm going to get a chance to wear them around. Also with this, we know that we can't do this in isolation. It's no different than the classroom being able to educate children every day to help them academically, emotionally, and socially. But we've got to have leaders, civic leaders, business leaders that stand with us in these initiatives. And today I'd like to introduce the first leader that continues to create infrastructures in our school district that are just cutting edge, state of the art. But more importantly, not only does he create the build, the design for new structures in our community, but he also offers apprenticeships and internships and externships and ongoing supports at Hillsborough County. And I've been here for 2 years, and he continues to stand with us. He continues to be a role model for our community partners, and is my dear friend Jonathan Graham with Horace Construction.
I'm really honored to be here, and it's for a couple of reasons. I've always wanted the progression of trades in the schools, in K through 12, wherever it could be administered. And Hillsborough County, and especially Hillsborough County right now, is always been the leader. Years ago, Hillsborough County schools was the leaders in promoting diversity in work and in subcontracting and in construction management. But now with this new leadership, with the board members that we have, and especially with Addison, they're on the cutting edge and the leaders for all school districts in making progress and helping our kids understand that they need more than just to be good at tests. If they want to do something in life, the opportunity is there. They're providing right now the opportunity. You know, we have a 501c3 Horace Academy, and because of the leadership, because of Addison Davis, and because of the board members, they allowed us to set a record in giving scholarships. You all may not know this, but $16.2 million in scholarships for seniors because of the leadership and because of them partnering with Horace Academy and Infinite Scholars. That's unheard of. It was a record across the nation for the inaugural one, but they knew it was needed. So yes, this school district gets people college ready. But the next thing is, do we get them career ready? And that's what they're doing right now. So it's a matter of getting people college ready. Then there's a matter of getting people career ready, because everybody's not going to go to college. But still, to be a productive part of society and to help us do whatever we're doing in Hillsborough County, we've got to be career ready. And then the other thing that Addison and all his group and the board members wants to make them life ready. Whether they get college ready or career ready, they're also making them life ready. And that's what Hillsborough County Schools is doing and is a part of the cutting edge. Nobody else is thinking about these three things, but that's what they're doing. And so us being a part of it, we've already hired somebody from Middleton from this program that's going on, because there's more than just here. We've already taken this particular class out to our job site that we're working on so they can see actually what's going on, so they can understand what they're about to do, what they're going to do in life. So we're just honored, myself, because I know what kind of effect it's going to have, not just in all the communities, but especially in the community that I came from, which was a lower income community. I know what kind of effect having these classes will have on those individuals, and they will be able to make good money. But giving them the opportunity and the access is what's needed at an early age, so their mind can be right to do something productive and not say that they don't have a chance because they're not a lawyer or because they're not a doctor or something like that. And so we're going to support Hillsborough County School District. We love the leadership from both the board and all the teachers that put in a lot of hours. We got a chance to work with the Abbott group. We're excited. We're honored to be a partner. And thank you, and everybody in the community should really be thanking Hillsborough County School District for what they're doing right now.
Thank you, Mr. Graham. We really appreciate you continue to be an active partner and always present for us when we need you and our students the most. At the same token, we continue to have medical partnerships that really over the last 2 years has allowed us just to be successful. We've opened our schools in a safe, social, successful manner, and that's because the continued partnerships that we've had with our medical experts. And here today to be able to talk about the overarching needs and the needs in the medical field is Kimberly Guy with Baycare Health Systems. She's a Senior Vice President of Marketing Leader of Hillsborough County. She continues to be a champion for change, and we asked her to come up at this time.
Good morning. Thank you, Superintendent Davis, School Board Chair Combs, School Board Member Lynn Gray, and Principal Gaines. We are thrilled to be here. In January, Baycare rolled out its vision statement for the next 3 years. In it, we state that Baycare is empowered by an extraordinary team that delivers quality, embraces inclusivity, and welcomes change. The cornerstone of this vision is our extraordinary team of medical professionals who help St. Joseph's Hospitals and South Florida Baptist, part of Baycare Health System, fulfill their mission in Hillsborough County to improve the health of our community. We are so proud to be here today as a medical partner to Hillsborough County Public Schools. By putting resources behind medical education at D.W. Waters Medical Academy and Brewster Medical Technical College, the school district has shown its commitment to helping develop the healthcare workforce in Tampa Bay. This talent pipeline being created at the Technical College and Medical Academy will help ensure work-ready students can join our extraordinary team as soon as they graduate. As the Tampa Bay area's largest employer and healthcare provider, we are waiting for you to graduate, so call me and we'll get you a job. The Baycare team is nearly 30,000 strong. Several thousand of our team members live and work right here in Hillsborough County. This initiative couldn't come at a better time. Hillsborough County is growing fast. Staffing shortages are impacting hospitals across the country and here locally. Our healthcare industry must keep pace to meet the needs of our communities, and that means teaching, training, and equipping students with valuable certifications so they can hit the ground running. EKG techs, medical assistants, certified nurse assistants, and we'll take construction and plumbing too. So we've got every need. So I just don't want Jonathan to get everybody. So they're all in such demand. Baycare is excited to continue working with the school district to develop this critical workforce. We can't wait to welcome the students to our extraordinary team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate their partners. We have so many partners here. Yvonne Fry continues to be a champion to be able to create workforce for our student exposure with scholarship opportunities, internships, externships. Ms. Canty Jones with Career Source as well, that continues to make certain that our children that have summer career opportunities. We really appreciate, and there's so many individuals that continue to help us lead and be successful, and we definitely appreciate those efforts. As of right now, we do have a phase 4 that it's in mind, and that phase 4 would be on the I-4 corridor. We are exploring potential offerings. As we know, there's so many different corporations with Ace Hardware, Amazon, we have DART, we have other shipping, agricultural, Star, with products out there. It's all about distribution, logistics, and at the same token being able to look at manufacturing. And we look to add, we're looking at adding solar vehicles to that process as well. We reached out to Tesla to be a potential partner as we continue to grow initiatives. But here today we stand ready and primed, and look forward to having great experiences for our students every single day. We thank Mr. Robinson as well for continuing to hold us accountable in this community and making certain that we have the greatest experiences every single day. At this time, we'll take any questions you may have. Kim Bays. You know what, these are the two schools that we have are around 9% and 11% utilization in our schools. And we've got to figure out how to revive these schools to be able to be very mindful of taxpayers' dollars, but at the same token being able to create pathways that are really needed in the community. There's so many of our schools, as you're right, they're under capacity. Right now, we currently have an RFP out for us to do a boundary study through this entire community to look at every one of our schools to determine whether or not we have attractors that align with the community needs, or do we have to be potentially reboundary and repurpose the school to be innovative in our solutions. We have a number of strategies that we're working on to make that a reality, but we have to be able to focus on under-enrolled schools to be able to identify that causation and then revive them like we're doing today. And workforce is in the forefront. We see that through Tallahassee, we see at the federal level, it's been a concentration. And there's money to be out there to obtain, a lot of grant money, a lot of money from the Department of Education to be able to come to communities such as ours and allow us to continue to use that startup money to grow these initiatives and better support our schools. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to draw from every learner within Hillsborough County and outside Hillsborough County. As you know, a couple years ago, the state of Florida allowed us to be able to compete with open enrollment. That means if schools are under a certain percentage threshold, that the school will be open. These two schools stand ready and stay open. I don't care if you're in surrounding counties. I don't care if you're in a private school. I don't care if you go to a charter school. We stand ready to open the doors to be able to help you find that love and find that pathway. So we are going to market. We're going to, when we get done with this and before the fall of 2023, we'll have tours and we'll continue to show this community that we are here to help in the medical profession and the construction profession to be able to help the growing needs in the Tampa Bay region.
Certainly. Thank you, everyone. I want to piggyback first on his first question regarding the students who are currently at D.W. Waters and Bowers Whitley with 9% and 11% utilization. It's our responsibility to take care of those students, so we have individual one-on-one meetings planned with each one of those students and their families to make sure that as we move them, whether they want to stay in the medical field or the construction field or go somewhere else, that we are tailoring what they want to what we are able to provide for them. In terms of projections, it's going to be wide open. As Mr. Davis said, we're going to be marketing this. We're going to be promoting through all of our middle schools and our high schools. The 40 for the Future campaign that we're starting right now with our vignettes is going to start this spring, so that every Monday morning our middle schools and high schools will be showing a video, 1-minute video of different job opportunities throughout the Tampa Bay area. We hope that this will draw hundreds and hundreds of students. We plan to expand upon this and build as the needs grow. You know, the world we have today right now is different from what it was 2 years ago and 10 years ago, and it will be different again in 2 years from now. So with the help of our partners out here who have been absolutely phenomenal, we hope to keep building the program and developing it. So this is not going to be a static situation. We'll just keep growing it as much as we possibly can. We have done the initial costs right now for the capital outlay required to do the initial renovations for D.W. Waters and for Bowers Whitley. That we expect right now to be about $247,000, and that will be combined, yes, and that will be from capital outlay. In terms of the equipment and the materials, this is absolutely a work in progress, because as we come to the table with our business partners, we're asking the medical experts and the construction experts, what equipment do you want our children able to use? What materials do they need to be familiar with? What curriculum do you want them to be able to use? What do you want them to be familiar with? So as we build this cost is a floating projection right now as we continue to grow this and bring it. The partners have been phenomenal. We meet the first Friday of every month. We're meeting tomorrow and Friday to do site tours of D.W. Waters and of Bowers Whitley. Every time we come together, we ask them for more of their wisdom, their counsel, and their guidance. So it is a floating projection right now because it has to be mobile.
You know what? Our role and responsibility is to create stackable credentials. And I say that stackable credentials, while these two young men attend Wharton High School, not only can they come here and be able to enhance their knowledge on workforce and development pathways that can lead to a sensational job or something that's connected to their heart, but they also can go back to Wharton and take dual enrollment, accelerated classes, every single day. So what we're trying to do is have a multi-tiered approach to students. There's not a cookie cutter approach to this. We will have workforce development and we will have those tracks and we will be able to meet the needs of our learners every single day. But there's nothing wrong with us, and we're going to continue to offer, you want to do workforce development with construction and medical? We also have some dual enrollment college courses as well that saves parents money. Because at the end of the day, as students graduate, when you go to the workforce, as you get into it 2 years, you may want to go back to post-secondary education to college, and you'll have some foundation, you'll have some free credits that we pay for through our beautiful partners in the Tampa region. And the same token, being able to go to post-secondary education. It's really cool to be able to take students that have an HVAC certification, a web design certification, and then transition in the profession, and then they want to go back to college. If they had the stackable credentials, we stand ready. But openly, there's money to be made in the workforce now. We see our community agencies, our organizations, our construction fields, our medical fields, they're screaming for employees. In education, we're screaming for educators. So anybody out here, we're looking for teachers every single day. If you want to apply, see me, see Ms. Gray to make that happen. But we're here to make certain that we have multiple pathways in every one of our schools for our students. We thank Mr. Bell as well for continuing to be a champion in e-board and helping us with that process. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Jones. We're marketing to everyone. There's, there are so many roles and responsibilities that will meet every learner, regardless of their gender, regardless of their zip code. So we are going to continue to no different in the way that we educate our young ladies to transition to the STEM and code, STEM profession. We want them to be actively engaged in mathematics and robotics, and this is why we've expanded our robotics programs and our STEAM and STEM programs at our schools. No different from the construction mindset. We will continue to make certain in the middle schools that we expose them through our vignettes, to be able to have the 40, the continued videos that we will highlight, and we will actively engage, civic leaders, female leaders in construction that will allow us to that process. I don't know if Jonathan wants to add anything to that. Or Ken?
In Middleton, you all have a lot of
Engineer program.
and so we hired a female. Our construction company, our leaders, our top leaders, senior project managers are all female. Not all, we have a great majority of females. So the construction industry is getting females involved and giving them the opportunity. At Moffett Cancer Center that we're building, the two project managers, senior project managers are also females. So females are welcome.
That's right. That's right.
I'm just going to add to this. Before I came into the education profession, I was a civil and mechanical engineer and a field supervisor. So this is near and dear to my heart. So we're going to promote the women. Yeah.
We're going to put Kim on a video and rock and roll, and she'll be leading some of the tours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So the question was, will the school district continue to work with the NAACP for this initiative? The answer is absolutely yes. We have monthly meetings with the NAACP and speak often about how we continue to make certain that we have the Office of Supplier Diversity and also making certain that we continue to create robust pathways for students of color. It is definitely a priority of my administration. We continue to give students a sense of hope, regardless of their skin color, their zip code, their socioeconomic background. We will continue to be active partners with the NAACP as they stand tall with us. Also with the Hispanic, forums and communities as well. As you know, in Hillsborough County, the majority of the students that we serve are students of color. And we must be present for them. We must be able to create pathways for them and allow them to have accelerated opportunities that lead to successful outcomes. All right. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you being here today. Thank you.